Russia. The largest country in the world is located on vast areas of Europe and Asia. Territory of Russia is approximately 17 million square kilometers. It is one of the few countries in the world that are spanning on 2 continents. Not so long ago, it was actually the only country that was spanning on 3 continents, just until the year of 1867, when the Russian Empire sold its Alaskan territory to the United States. In cultural terms, Russia is a European country, although geographically the majority of the territory lies in Asia. As estimated in 2016, the population of Russia is 145 million people. Its capital and the biggest city not only in Russia but Europe is Moscow. Moscow is the 11th largest city in the world by population with 12.2 million residents. Moscow is truly a major political, economic, cultural and scientific center of Russia and Eastern Europe. But city of St. Petersburg still remains cultural capital. City of St. Petersburg was the imperial capital of Russia until the year of 1918, when the central government moved to Moscow. St. Petersburg is still home to one of the largest art museums, and its old center is considered UNESCO World Heritage Site. Russia has an amazing and extensive history. So extensive that it's quite impossible to cover in one video. Let me give you a quick insight. Name Russia comes from word Rus, a medieval state populated by East Slavs. From word Rus followed Kievan Rus, the establishment of the first East Slavic states in 9th century. The most powerful state to eventually arise after the destruction of Kievan Rus was the Grand Duchy of Moscow. Although Grand Duchy of Moscow was gradually becoming the leading force in process of Rus lands reunification and expansion of Russia, times remained hard with frequent Mongol Tatar raids. A united army of Russian principalities led by Prince Dmitry Donskoy of Moscow inflicted a milestone defeat on the Mongol Tatars in the Battle of Kulikovo in 1380. Ivan III the Great finally threw off the control of the Golden Horde and became the first to take the title Grand Duke of all the Russians. In development of Third Rome ideas, the Grand Duke Ivan IV, also known as Ivan the Terrible, was officially crowned the first Tsar of Russia in 1547. During his long reign, Ivan the Terrible nearly doubled the already large Russian territory by annexing the 3 Tatar Khanates. By the end of the 16th century, Russia was transformed into multi-ethnic and transcontinental state. Under Peter the Great, Russia was proclaimed an empire in 1721 and became recognized as a world power. During Peter's rule, Russia defeated Sweden, Estland and Livland, securing Russia's access to the Baltic Sea. Peter founded a new capital, called St. Petersburg, later known as Russia's window to Europe. Peter the Great reforms brought considerable Western European cultural influences to Russia. In the 1762 age of Russian enlightenment has started with Catherine II the Great. She has pushed Russian frontier westward into Central Europe. After successful Russo-Turkish wars against the Ottoman Turkey, Catherine advanced Russia's boundaries to the Black Sea, defeating the Crimean Khanate. Now Russia has expanded its territory with all of those conflicts, but Soviet Union was without a doubt the biggest that it got. After the First World War, Russia has found itself in a big crisis. Eventually, the October Revolution led by Bolshevik leader Vladimir Lenin overthrew the provisional government and gave full governmental power to the Soviets, leading to the creation of the world's first socialist state. Following the October Revolution, a civil war broke out between the anti-communist white movement and the new Soviet regime with its Red Army. Bolshevist Russia lost its Ukrainian, Polish, Baltic and Finnish territories by signing the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. Both the Bolsheviks and white movement carried out campaigns of deportation and execution against each other. By the end of the civil war, Russia's economy and infrastructure were heavily damaged. Together with the Ukrainian, Belarusian and Transcaucasian Soviet Socialist Republics formed the USSR or Soviet Union in 1922. On June 22 in 1941, Nazi Germany broke the non-aggression treaty, invaded the Soviet Union with the largest, most powerful invasion force in human history. We all know Nazis have lost, so I don't want to get too much into the details, but it's fair to mention that Russians have suffered greatly and had the highest numbers of World War II casualties. It is also fair to mention that Soviet Union launched the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, starting the space age in 1957. Since this video is not only about Russia's history but general presentation, let's move on. As I've mentioned before, Russia's is insanely huge. It stretches from Europe to Asia. I'll try to give you pretty sights, although I am 100% sure I will miss some. Hermitage Museum, Mount Elbrus, Dargavs, the City of Dead, Saint Sophia Cathedral, Novgorod, Lake Baikal, Lake Onega in Kizhi Island, Suzdal, Moscow Kremlin, St. Basil Cathedral, Mali Semyachik Volcano, Lena Pillars, the Valley of Geysers, the Solovki Islands, the Golden Mountains of Altai. Now there are many more beautiful sights Russia has to offer, but if I wanted to cover them all, I'd probably need few hours. Let's check out some traditional Russian cuisine. Borscht, potato okroshka, golubtsi, blini, kinkali, shashlik. Now let's hear an example of Russian language.
В Польшу прибыла первая партия американских танков. Всего ожидается около 3000 единиц. Бронетехника, авиационный батальон и пехотная дивизия. Вся эта мощь после январских учений отправится укреплять силы НАТО в Прибалтику, Болгарию, Румынию и Германию.
This video came to an end. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please make sure you like the video, subscribe and check out Slavic Affairs Facebook page. Thank you for watching.